What's up guys, Corporate Master signing, and today I'll be trying something a little different. Today I'll attempt to power scale Mori Jin from the beginning of the series all the way to up to when he first awakens his Monkey King powers and abilities, which remember, this is the first time I'll be power scaling a character. So take everything I say in this video with a pinch of salt, although I'll be doing my best to be as accurate as possible, doing as much research as I can. And so, with that all out of the way, let's get right into the video, shall we? Mori Jin is a taekwondo specialist who's capable of knocking down a normal individual with a single punch whilst avoiding being hit. He also rarely uses his feet in battle, or else he believes that his opponent is worthy. At the beginning of the series, he was able to travel 30 subway stations in about 30 minutes with a bicycle. An average train travels between subways in 2 to 3 minutes at around 17.4 miles per hour with a top speed of 55 miles per hour. And an average person should be able to travel at 10 to 15 miles per hour using a bicycle. But the train would either take between 1 hour to 1.5 hours to travel 30 subway stations. So he's obviously outrunning the train, clearing that distance in about 30 minutes. So he was probably traveling at 62 miles per hour. Since he's faster than the train, but an average bicycle has limits to what it can endure before braking. So his statement saying that he's faster than the train is more or less accurate because his feet would suggest so. But that was all a warm-up, since he's confirmed to be able to keep up with a motorcycle. So average motorcycle category as 125cc would most likely be what he was chasing, since it moves around 60 to 75 miles per hour. So he's faster than the theoretical speed of a human on foot and near the estimated speed of a cheetah as a level 13, since his level rises from 6 to 13 when he uses his feet. But that speed was only achieved on a bicycle. But I'll assume his attacks at the very least can casually reach those speeds, since he could reflect stadium splitting attacks that are also capable of destroying a larger area twice the size of the circular tournament ring. So if science taught me anything, then if he can reflect such a force, then his body should be able to endure or possibly produce such or equal greater force. So yeah, Mori up to the point where he faces a off against Dawi Han can kick at around 62 miles per hour, and he is a casual stadium ring buster with running speeds at around possibly 42 miles per hour while in battle. Pinch of salt! He is probably above that, but hey, I don't want to make a Hitchens razor a claim without substantial evidence that can be disproved without substantial evidence. Since Occam's razor taught me that something should not be multiplied without necessity, since the simplest explanation is usually the right one. So even though those feats sound a bit low compared to other shonen battle series, I'm not gonna complain, since I can't do anything he can. Plus, his attacks aren't damage based primarily. His techniques target and creates weak points in a foe. Mori later mastered his Nabung Nigel Ryu, gaining a few skills such as acupuncture, artery block, a technique that blocks the blood flow of the body by blocking all the arteries, which would stop the enemy from using specific body parts. Plus, he also learned another skill called no pain, which after hitting his heart's pressure point, he's able to remove the limiters that are placed on his body that causes pain. It gives him massive amps from adrenaline rush for 2 hours. I'll theorize that it adds 5 bonus points to his level since he defeated a level 17 as a level 13, but he also has 2 more trump cards. 1, Blood Sealing Needle, which seals the blood within the foe's body, causing blood accumulation and internal damage, and Jabung Jim, Limit Remover, which targets the user's pressure point on the brain to remove limiters on the body, doubling the user's capabilities. Not to mention, it can be further stacked, but at very high risk of deadly rebounds. But just a single limiter removal plus no pain was strong enough to allow Mori to use Dragon Kick 3 times in a scene consecutively, once as a final move against Pei Long, again against Hang Seong Na, then he created the Kick of the Twin Dragons immediately after the first dragon was evaded. So it wouldn't be too much of a stretch if I said triple boxing ring buster. Plus, as his max output around that point, even with me taking into consideration that this was all done within 2 hours, with barely any HP left, so it's probably higher, since Painless allows him to go utterly above his body's limits at the risk of breaking himself severely, since after that battle, he was out for 4 days straight. And even after waking, his body was in pain, but it's still impressive because to generate great forces, you'll need to be able to withstand equal forces. So he's also pretty durable, barely even flinching to a tournament level ring attack. Also, he can reflect shockwaves which equal him in strength, effectively doubling his output. I'm skipping the God of Hand scene nonsense in the anime though. Head straight to Mori vs Taekjigal, where Mori uses Mogchim Na style limiter removal to double his power from 13 to 26, bodying a Megalodon for fun, but even that's nothing since he then uses limiter removal times 8 plus no pain, which made him so powerful that he beat the color out of the webtoon and Taekjigal in 3 moves. Seconds after becoming a level 104. Oh yeah, building plus level, he can destroy an average American home with a single attack. If he tried, and if you're disappointed, then you'll be happy to hear that jumps to neighborhood level when he summons Ryu Jinju, his staff. But when he uses it, it becomes large island level, since accidentally dropping it leveled the area of multiple cities and caused a tsunami, and he kept going using Kinto-un, Flying Spiral Cloud, Thunderbolt several times, which I'm assuming equates to city level. But since it defeated an island level Nelfim, who was fused with a neighborhood level entity, it might also be island plus level, so the 7 Thunderbolts were super casual. Mori could probably solo 2 islands simultaneously at his best, with plenty of strength to spare, wrecking a city afterwards, going at around 500 miles per hour on feet. Able to throw attacks using his body at around that speed, and his staff traveled 207,559 miles per hour in 5 seconds. So I think his speed checks out, but his durability, however, is probably over 700 newtons of force. Just guessing, I really have no idea since he was literally half dead when he was performing all those amazing feats. Plus, using numbers while power scaling makes it harder to be consistently accurate. Although random big numbers means nothing to the audience and only serves to make the viewers dick hard. I'll set the programmer if you don't believe me. So yeah, have a great day or night, whatever time you happen to be watching this, and peace out. See you in the next one.